Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another version of Stranger Species.
Dun, 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 dun. You're speaking very weird.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Welcome, everybody. It is here we go again. It's October.
Scary month.
Scary month. It's not really that scary, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know.
I guess that's true. Maybe it will be scary.
Yeah.
I don't think this one's that scary.
Okay.
But it is more in the realm of
Creepy.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We'll progress our way down.
Oh, you're going to
towards
get
Halloween.
more and more scary?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
I have to
You'll have to wait and see.
I know, I have to mentally prepare.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
How you doing tonight?
I feel refreshed.
Good.
Yeah. That shower did wonders. So we have lots of trees in our yard
Yeah.
and lots to burn, just to kind of keep safety. Like I don't know when you have lots of dead driftwood, what is, or not driftwood.
Like underbrush?
Yeah, it's like kind of more increases your chance. If there's a fire, things are going to burn quicker. So whatever that's called, we're just burning a bunch of limbs of branches. It's like a tree graveyard.
It is a tree graveyard.
And so you could just burn for days. But during, obviously, the summer, there's a ban. So you just, in the fall, you got to just. So I was stinky. I was really fiery.
Nice.
And I feel refreshed now.
I'm glad you feel refreshed.
Yeah. How was rehearsal?
It was, the first week's always a little
Janky.
slow.
Yeah.
So my daughter and our daughter, we just got cast in Buddy the Elf the Musical. So that is a few hours every night now for the next few weeks.
Yep.
A few months till Christmas.
The choice.
Yeah, but the first week's always music. That's all you're doing is learning all the songs and all the parts of all the songs. And it's just kind of
You don't have the big picture, so it's kind of tricky.
Yeah, you don't have the big picture. This one I actually have a better idea than last time of what the big picture is. And the music director does a great job. The problem is I'm not smart enough, musically speaking, to get it right away. You know, like she'll play the part for our group, you know, whether tenor or bass or alto or whatever it is. And you'll hear it like 3 times and then she'll move on to the next one. And so it's like, that's great, but I'm never going to remember that. Everything gets put on line. Like she'll record all the parts to all the songs. And for me, I just have to listen to it like 500 times and then I'll get it. So it is good to go and I'll write in my script like, oh, this is where I have to sing. This is where I have to sing, you know? And so it's good to know that, like, oh, this is my part, this isn't, whatever. But as far as actually getting it, it just needs time. And so for like 2.5 hours of knowing, like, this isn't really going to sink in right now, but it gets a little monotonous sometimes.
Gotcha.
But it's good too.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what you want to talk about tonight?
I don't know. I guess that's up to you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You don't have any idea again?
I have no clue.
Man, you got to start getting on the ball here.
That's the whole point.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Actually, before we talk about today's episode, 2 things. One, I'm coming down with a cold or allergies or something. So if I sneeze, I'm sorry. It'll be really loud.
Just try to turn away from the
mic. I will
mic.
turn away from the mic. Or if I sniffle a lot, I am also sorry. Even that was Anthony sniffing right there. I have to make... So was it just last week we talked about... Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. We talked about the first day of school. Mm-hmm. And we told the story of you running naked through the woods.
Mm-hmm. I think that was like a couple weeks ago.
It's a couple weeks ago. So, I swear we live in a normal neighborhood. Like the most middle-class, normal...
I love it.
Suburban neighborhood in America. But we have a neighborhood pooper.
Oh. Are you going to tell that story?
And we're on the lookout. And we're going to find you, whoever you are.
Because I'm sure you're listening to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. The neighborhood. I don't even think this person lives in our neighborhood.
I don't think so either.
I've never seen this truck before.
So our neighborhood's not very big.
Is this part of our story?
No. I just feel like it just needs to be told.
Okay.
So we have a guy that moved into our neighborhood maybe a year ago.
Yeah, maybe.
And
he's like the grump of the neighborhood.
we'd never met him before,
No.
but he was like...
Anal.
there's a big field behind his house where everyone walks their dogs.
It's been
including
empty
us,
for years.
For years.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever been built there. And he moved in and he just threw up like all these no trespassing signs and
weird
barricaded
signs.
the entrances
Yeah.
and put up a fence. And
He had like cameras everywhere and signs like, kind of like, I'm going to kill you. I don't remember the gun one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like super weirdo, and literally barricaded the entrance to this field, but he doesn't own this field. This field is not his property. So none of us in the neighborhood who have been here for years can figure out this guy. We're like, no, you just can't be this person. So of course, some of my neighbors, not me, have torn down his barricades or keep removing his barricades. And so we kind of haven't. And then come this school year, he has a little kindergartner.
We never met him before.
Never met him before, ever. Just terrified to meet him, actually.
Yeah.
And
he doesn't live like right next door to us. This is
no, it's around the block. Yeah, yeah. And so at the bus, we were, chatting and found out he had a kindergartner. And then when we were going that direction to go into the field to walk our dogs, we realized that this is the guy that lives in that house. Like, we didn't even know when we were talking to him at the bus stop. I guess it was mostly Tia, actually, that this is the guy. So anyway, we're kind of like, oh, that's him. Now we know. He's really, he's got 2 little kids, and nice enough guy. Well, anyway, same thing, bus stop. We're walking towards the field again with our dogs.
This is Ethne and our next door neighbor who's like her best friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good friend.
And so anyway, we're walking. He's like probably 10 steps in front of us, and we're just chatting. And then all of a sudden he turns around and he's like, hey, can I ask you guys a question? I'm like scared. And he's like, do you recognize this truck? So he gets his phone and shows us this truck, and it's got like the Hawaii.
This is video footage from one of his cameras.
Oh yeah, one of his 27 cameras.
Yeah.
And it's like got a big Hawaii sticker on it. It's a decent enough truck. And then he shows us all these different frames from this camera of this grown man.
Probably like 60.
Yeah. Like older-ish man. Doing what?
So the guy's house is on a street, and then there's like this little side street that goes into this forest. So there's no houses on it. It's just like...
Well, his house is right on the side
His house is on it.
Yeah.
It's like a little street, like if you were going to make more of the neighborhood and then you never did, and it goes into this forest. It's maybe 20 yards long.
Yep.
And so, yeah, the guy parks his truck over there, gets out, and literally takes a dump on the road.
Yep.
Who does that?
I don't know. So the guy... Obviously, looking at the footage and all the pictures, he's out to find this truck, and it has a very distinctive Hawaii sticker. But he goes out, and the guy had actually run over his own poop when he drove away. So the guy was going to go clean it up because, kids are riding their bikes. They go in and out of this field. There's little kids. Yeah, the dirt bikers, people walking their dogs. And all of us dogs, I feel like we're pretty respectable. I've never really had too many neighbors that just leave their dogs poop in the streets or on the sidewalks or whatever. So anyway, he went to go do it. It was mushed. So he just covered it with a bunch of leaves and twigs and dirt. And is this not the craziest thing?
That's a crazy thing.
Anyway, he picked the wrong spot to poop.
You could not be... you could... I'm trying to think of a place where you'd be more filmed than that guy's house.
Right. Like, the side road, the city easement on our property.
The funny thing is, I just can't figure out, like, okay, I keep thinking, maybe his toilet broke in his house. But, like, why not walk why not go to, like, a gas station?
Yeah.
Or to your friend's house or Walmart or whatever.
Well, we're not far from anything. Like, it's not like we're in far away from anything. He could have literally driven maybe 2 blocks and gone to Starbucks.
Yeah.
There's no excuse.
But even if you're just prairie dogging and now's the moment, he could have gone 5 more feet into the woods.
That's true. Into
where
the
all
field.
The dogs poop.
Yeah. Yeah. Where the trees are.
Nobody would have, no one would have known. I'm still not a huge fan of random people pooping in the woods, but
it still would have been better.
Totally.
But he was probably scared of the guy's barricade.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought he could go in there, and then he saw the barricade and the signs, and he's like, oh, can't go in there.
I don't know, man.
Anyway.
So.
I thought that had to do with what we were talking about. But I was like, that's not scary.
That was just, it's freaky, man.
The neighborhood pooper.
It has not been caught, to my knowledge.
Yeah, we should follow up at the bus stop.
We should follow up.
I'll check in tomorrow.
Yeah. Cool. On to today's actual topic.
All right, I'm ready.
There's a movie, Ethne, that I'm sure you've never seen, where there's this clown that's in the woods behind an apartment complex. And he's trying to lure the kids that live in the apartment complex into the woods using candy.
Okay.
No, wait. No, I said that wrong. Did I say it was a movie?
Yeah.
No, not a movie. That really happened.
Okay.
Back in 2016.
You're making that sound like it was a long time ago. That was like 7 years ago.
Yeah, in South Carolina. We have a bunch of woods behind our house.
Yeah, we do.
What would you do if there was a clown back there trying to get our kids to come out by giving them candy?
So, I think...
One, I just need to say, this could be the most terrifying clown on the face of the planet. If he's giving candy, all of our kids are gone.
True.
They're not smart enough.
Vienna is.
Maybe Vienna.
Yeah.
The 3 boys, we'll never see them again.
They're gone.
They're gone.
Everett's pretty cautious.
I don't know. An airhead, he's out of here, man.
Yeah, the thing is, I wouldn't be alarmed if it was just like a normal human, but a clown is like right there, just heightens the freak factor.
Yeah, why is that? Maybe we'll talk more about that.
I don't
later.
know. I don't
Think
know
about
why.
That. Ponder.
Pontificate
with thyself.
Oh, wow. Just well.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, that was a real thing that took place, like I said, in South Carolina in August of 2016. The police started getting all these reports coming in of these clowns out in the woods behind this apartment complex. And the police reports, you can read them. They talk about the residents hearing chains banging on their doors at night, which is never something you want to wake up to.
Mm-mm.
Strange clowns in the woods.
Multiple clowns?
Multiple clowns.
Whoa.
Terrifying the kids in the neighborhood.
So they are trying to terrify the kids or lure the kids. This is what's different.
Well, no one really knew at the time. They're obviously trying to terrify the people who lived in the apartments, because you don't bang chains on people's doors in the middle of the night for, just for fun. I mean, you might do it for fun, but not because you're trying to make them have fun.
Right.
That usually is not the fear or
to
the
make
feeling
friends.
that's elicited. Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't work very good.
No. Maybe that's why I have no friends. I don't ever bang on their doors with chains.
That's a you problem.
I tried that. So one mom told the news crew this, quote, this is what her child told her. Mama, there's clowns out in the woods and they're trying to get us to come out there. Some had chains, some had knives, and some were holding out money saying, come here, we've got candy for you. End quote.
Just a bunch of kids playing pranks?
Well, you don't know, right? Like, you would hope it's just something like that. But what if it's not?
Well, yeah, for sure.
What if it's the crazy person?
Are you going to actually tell me?
Well,
do I actually find out?
On those ones, the police could actually never find anything. So there was an old, big, abandoned house building, something out in the woods. So the cops thought maybe they're
living there.
But they went and they couldn't find any hints of any clowns in the forest.
Okay, weird.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to get an answer that quickly.
Well,
like when I asked you, I was wondering if you were going to just kind of leave it.
Normally I don't answer your questions.
I know.
Turning a new leaf.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to start asking.
Yeah, you ask all you want.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
All right.
So, but from that moment on, this is August, creepy clown sightings spread like literal wildfire from New England to California. And it was the beginning of the clown invasion of 2016.
That is not a thing.
It's a thing.
That is not a thing.
We're going to talk about it right now.
I lived through 2016.
But you know what your problem is?
I was drowning. That's when we moved here.
We were drowning.
That
year.
That was...
didn't exist for us.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you've never turned on a television in your life.
I don't watch stupid news. I don't drink the Kool-Aid.
That's true.
So, I mean, who is calling it a clown? What is it called? Clown
invasion.
I mean, I feel like if it was a real invasion, I would know about it.
Well, You missed out.
All right. Tell me more about this clown invasion. We didn't have it here in Spokane. And if we did, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Or no one that I know knows anything about it.
So clown sightings popped up all over the United States, late summer, early fall. Like everywhere.
We should restart a new one.
Well, you could try.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to figure out how this one started, though.
Okay.
Excuse me. There's actually an interactive map online you can go and look at all the police reports from all of the clown sightings.
From 2016?
During this time period. So I'll give you a couple. Colorado. Someone calling themselves Clowny Head Smasher made a bunch of threats online and prompted the schools to actually have to come out and make a statement.
Clowny Head Smasher?
Yeah. Not a very unique name.
I mean, could be really creepy.
Should be like Giggles the Head Smasher.
Yeah, I guess that's better.
That would be totally better. Mississippi. A driver tells the police that a clown caused a car wreck on a highway, but the police can't find any clowns.
This is the weirdest thing.
Strange, huh? That's the whole point of the show, babe. Talk about strange stuff.
But so if people are reporting it, but then the police can't find anything, it's like a one-time thing?
Mm-hmm.
But then if these clowns were doing this chains at night, was it just one night? And then they only had it one night and that was it?
Well, I don't think the clowns across the country... Well, maybe that's what we got to figure out. Are they all connected? Is it individual things? What's going on? Why are there so many clowns all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Doing such mischievous things.
I don't know.
Virginia. Someone wearing a clown mask approached a woman at about 3 p.m., reached inside her window, touched her shoulder, and growled at her.
What?
How would you like being that lady?
I would legitimately pee my pants.
Yes, you would.
And scream at the top. In fact,
Yes,
can I tell you a funny story?
Please.
So I am doing my thing in the yard. There's a million things. I'm running door
What's
to
your
door.
thing in the yard?
Just all the things.
Oh, all the things.
Yeah. And the front door was wide.
Maybe you were doing your thing like the neighbor.
Oh, no.
Oh, good.
No. Watering things, getting decorations out, whatever. The front door had been open. You know, the dog's around. She's protective of her property when she's, at home.
I do know this.
So I'm just working away. I have my earbud in and the door's open. And all of a sudden, someone said something like, howdy ho, or hey. And I scream. Maple starts barking her head off. I screamed like I was terrified.
Which I'm sure you
Which
were.
I was. But like I was just in my zone. Yeah, like you can walk. Yeah. It was just a FedEx guy. And he was just probably dropping it on the doorstep. Noticed the door open, kind of wanted to let me know he was there. I mean, I tried to close the dog in and like go out and say, I am sorry. But he was already too far down.
Did you have clothes on?
Too far down. Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. So.
I'm proud of you.
Stop making fun of me. I don't usually run around naked. Okay.
Well, not usually, but definitely sometimes.
When there's wasps attacking. Anyway, it was pretty funny. So yeah, I would have legit screamed and peed. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want clowns touching me.
Mm-mm.
Ever. For no reason. I can't think of a time in my life when it would be appropriate for a clown to touch me.
Never. On your shoulder? Never.
Anywhere.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm not into that. California. Students at Cal State University Northridge were chased by a clown wearing a black jacket, yellow pants, and of course, red hair.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So, those are just some. I could have picked. I thought those were fun ones. There's tons to choose from.
Weird.
All of a sudden, these clowns just start popping up everywhere.
All over, huh? 2016.
Yeah. So late summer. So it's interesting, the pattern in a lot of these cases you see, because the police and the news start reporting on them. And then rather than calming it down, what happens?
It almost like elicits people to be like, oh, I've got a clown costume. I should go do something.
Makes it worse even. Now, most of these were either just teenagers being stupid, when police would actually find clowns, it was just kids dressed up, bored, whatever. Or oftentimes they never found said clowns, which probably means it was bored teenagers just doing stupid things. But some were becoming more and more serious. Again, in California, a mother called the police claiming that a man in a clown suit attempted to abduct her 1-year-old after they were eating breakfast at Denny's.
Oh, my.
But she kicked the clown, and he ran, and the police never found him.
Okay, this is so bizarre. At least she kicked the clown.
Totally. She had her grand slam. She was good to go, man.
Nice.
Denny's. Tennessee. A man wearing a clown mask and carrying explosives robbed a bank.
Like real explosives or
Correct.
fake ones? Wow. That's dangerous.
It's like the Joker.
Yeah. It's legit.
Yeah. And in Michigan, a 7-year-old ran into a clown who claimed he had a knife. And it turns out he did have a knife. And he cut the boy on his arm, leaving a big, 6-7 inch laceration down his arm.
What in the world?
The clowns are out, man. The clowns are out.
I want to know if anyone else knows about this clown invasion of 2016.
I don't know if anyone knows about it. I knew you wouldn't know about it. So, this became so mainstream and such a thing that even though Ethne didn't know about it, major talk shows like Good Morning America, The Today Show were talking about it. You even had press briefings from the White House.
Do you recall this?
Oh, I remember.
You do not.
Yeah, I busted out my clown outfit. I was running all over town, chasing people with machetes. You remember
Oakland,
that?
our youngest was born
It's his birthday today.
October 2nd.
Yeah.
It's his birthday today, but he was born. So this was, you're saying late summer, early fall?
Yeah.
This is the same time
This was
frame.
the heyday of...
Like
That was a bad time for us. Not because of Oaks.
No. Drowning in so many things and a newborn baby and hormones. Like, I don't even know what happened. It was a mess.
Ugh.
Stop.
Yeah. No, we bought a business that turned out to be a dumpster fire.
It was a dumpster fire. It was terrible.
Anyways, we're at this point now where this is like a real thing. You know, most of it's harmless, but you're starting to get real issues mixed in it, and they're just popping up left and right, center, all over the United States. And so it makes me want to ask the question. We kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but we never answered it. Why are people so afraid of clowns? What is it about clowns that are so inherently
Truthfully,
terrifying?
I am not scared of them. Like at the circus, when I used to go to the Shriner Circus with my grandparents, they did not scare me. I think as humans, we've made them scary. We've turned them with creepy faces. We've done all of that. I don't think I would ever associate clowns with creepy if there weren't Hollywood movies that have done that for us. Because my memory as a kid, I don't have a fear of clowns. I'm not scared of the normal cute, silly, goofy clown with big shoes and a squeaky nose and colorful hair. That doesn't scare me. But
Which is surprising because everything scares you.
No, those aren't scary. But then you turn them creepy. You give them these exaggerated, nasty mouths and just these evil faces. You turn them into characters like It.
Pennywise.
And that is what everyone associates them with now. Right. But not me. I mean, not as a child. I don't know. I think it's our own fault.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of truth to what you're saying. I think there is, I think clowns have a history of being the antagonist going back for a long time in a lot of different works and a lot of different, and again, that's not disagreeing with what you're saying. We made them, obviously, in works of fiction and things. The antagonists, have you ever heard of the term uncanny valley?
Mm-mm.
So the uncanny valley is a term used to describe things that make you feel uneasy or strange or weird because they are almost right, but not quite.
So kind of like a clown.
So a clown fits really, really well in this, you know, because it's like, oh, you're a human and you have a face, but it's distorted.
Right.
If you think about most of your, not most, but a lot of your horror villains, this is often what makes them scary.
Yep.
You know, you have the old creepy, you know, hag, but her fingers are 9 inches long. He's like, you know, that's something that just makes you feel like, oh, that's not right. You know, it's like it's right, but it's not right.
Well, even just
or the big wide smile.
Yeah, the big wide smile,
or bigger eyes,
or sullen, like hollow, like dark eyes, and all that.
I think clowns play very naturally into that feeling of, and there's also, you know, we judge people. And I think this is an evolutionary thing or an innate thing in us. We judge people based on their facial expressions. You know, if you walk up to a stranger, if they're smiling, how do you feel inside?
Good.
Well, this is someone I can trust. If they're growling, then you probably think, oh, this is not somebody that I should be interacting with, you know? And so anytime someone has a mask, quote unquote, whether it's a real mask or a painted mask, you can't really read their expressions, right? I think innately it makes it very awkward for us. And so you have this feeling of disconnect. Like, ooh, can I trust you? Can I not trust you? Plus, clowns traditionally aren't trustworthy characters.
They're just silly. They're goofy.
They're goofy, but
they might
they're
take
not
something
trustworthy,
from you.
right?
And then like all of a sudden you find it.
Bonk your nose?
Right.
Are they going to shoot water out of their flower?
Right.
Are they going to do something so big and extraordinary that you feel uncomfortable because they're trying to make you laugh? You know, like they're not trustworthy. They're not, you can't predict them. And as humans, we like predictability.
We have a good friend whose dad is a clown.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of, not really, but yeah, he's a professional clown.
I just feel like, honestly, from my childhood, I have zero creepy clowns. It's only when I was an adult and someone showed me, I didn't even know who Pennywise was. This is me, you guys. This is why I'm so great at this, apparently. Honestly, until I had kids.
Yeah.
And they came home on the bus talking about Pennywise. I mean,
I can't think of any happy clowns from my childhood.
But that's because you're...
Remember Bozo? I remember watching Bozo.
From Simpsons? That guy's creepy. And
that's Krusty.
Yeah, Krusty is creepy. That's what I'm saying is we've done that. But honestly, my own experience, and I've never been a TV watcher, even as a kid. I cannot think of any movie that I have ever seen a clown in. I'm not kidding when I say that.
Did you ever watch Batman?
Who's the clown?
The Joker?
Well, he's not really a clown. He's the Joker.
Well, I mean, he's literally a clown.
Okay, well, I don't count him as a clown.
Especially going back to the 1989.
I mean, I've seen it.
Batman.
Yeah, I've seen Batman. I guess I don't affiliate him with the clown because my only experiences were Shriner Circus. And I kid you not, they're the cute ones that are silly and goofy and they trip over their own feet and then they roll over and do a somersault and stand up and then they have a bouquet of flowers. I mean, literally, and they squeeze their nose and they're cute and they're smiling. They're not, there's no creep factor.
Yeah, and our childhoods were different, I guess.
Well, that's for me.
Pennywise.
I don't want to, I don't even want to know any of the other ones.
Of It. And the Joker, which is a fabulous movie, man.
Oh, and I think Batman is, I mean, it's still creepy and kind of has that dark feel, but I like the movie. I would not legitimately consider Joker a clown.
That's funny because he's literally like a clown. Like there's like face paint and he's got a little, flower that he shoots acid out of and melts people's faces.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is he is a villain. He's not a clown.
But he's dressed just like a clown.
Deliberately to disguise himself from being a villain, like to kind of like lure people.
So your hypothesis is he dresses up as an over-the-top clown to disguise himself from being a villain?
Yeah.
By standing out more than anyone else in all of Gotham City?
No. It's like his face has that creepy factor, like super creepy factor of a creepy clown.
Well, you're thinking of Heath Ledger's Joker.
Maybe, but aren't they all kind of similar?
No. Jack Nicklaus is very polished.
I have to watch it again, I guess. Yeah. It's been a long time.
Yeah. We have it. It's fabulous.
Do you think Lincoln would
love it? Oh, he'd love it.
Okay. Yeah, let's watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very dark. The second one's even creepier with Danny DeVito.
I don't know if any one of them are darker than the one with Heath Ledger, though.
Well,
that one is dark.
That one's dark in like mental healthness. You know, like it's a different kind of dark.
Yeah, it's true.
Anywho's, we're getting off topic here.
I don't know. My childhood associations, none of them are scary clowns. So I almost look at them like they're two separate entities.
Gotcha. What about
the real clown and the creepy clown?
What if it's a happy looking clown that reaches in your car and growls at you and squeezes your shoulder?
I mean, yeah, that's the whole new level of deceit.
So one of these during the clown invasion of 2016.
This is hilarious.
Which you were too not awake for because you had a newborn.
Yeah.
There was a group of clowns called the Flomo clowns. Flomo clowns, sorry.
It's kind of like FOMO.
Yeah.
I know what FOMO means too.
Yes, this is like that, but with an L.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Does it stand for something?
Short for Flomaton.
Because
they're from Flomaton, Alabama.
Oh.
Or Flomaton. I don't know how you pronounce that. The Flomo clowns. So it was a great... man, I can't talk. Sorry, my brain is off. I had to back up my trailer twice today, and it was like, bad.
You just also started, like, the day started for you not on the right side of the bed kind of thing.
But my brain is not.
Right, like your brain is still in bed.
Yes, all day.
All day, yeah.
So, a Facebook group, that's what I was trying to say, created this. Flomo Clowns was a Facebook group that was created with a bunch of terrifying clowns. And their bio was, I kill people for a living. Now, Ethne, I'm going to show you a picture of one of the Flomo
I don't think
clowns
I want to see one.
Because they're just so happy. All right, here's one of the Flomo clowns. Can you describe what you're seeing?
That's so nasty. It's like his eyes are black, and then around his eyes are like reddish, blackish, but really big, and
looks like he cut the skin off.
Yeah,
of his
it looks
face
like he
his
cut
eyes
the skin. That's what I was.
Mouth.
And it's like all
the tip of his nose,
like caught like a old dried, coddled. What's the word? Not coddled, clotted blood.
Yeah,
chunky.
It's very chunky,
and then his nose
pale,
is red, and then
gross.
around his mouth looks the same. Like he cut off, and he's holding a bloody knife with bloody hands. I mean, terrifying. This is not a clown. This is
Flomo. One of the Flomo clowns. So, it is terrifying.
Do they think that they're being funny? Or are they legit, like, messed up in the head? These people?
Probably both.
Okay.
So the kids in the area started following this group on Facebook.
When you say kids...
Like middle schoolers and high schoolers.
Oh my gosh. I don't ever want my children to have phones, ever.
Right. So you do not, and that is smart parenting on your part.
Even the 27-year-old in the basement agrees.
Yes. We don't have a 27-year-old child in our basement. We have a 27-year-old doing some drywall work for us right now.
Right now. But isn't that
he agrees, yes.
That sounded so weird, even the 27-year-old in the basement. But he was so proud of me when he found out that, like, my kids don't have an iPhone and they never will. He doesn't even have an iPhone. He's 27, can't send pictures. I mean, this guy's awesome. He can't do...
But he's not like some kind of weird, religious freak from the woods.
Nope.
He just doesn't want to deal with crap that all of us deal with.
Yeah. And he's like, that is the best parenting I've ever heard. When I have kids, I don't want to let them have a phone either. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Just if... You don't even know if your kids are going to follow this creepiness. And then they're going to mess up your brain.
So these kids started following him. And then when kids would follow them, they would physically, directly threaten them. The kids.
Why would you choose to follow them if they're going to threaten you?
Well, they don't know that ahead of time.
Well,
it became like this buzz. Like people are like, "Oh, you've heard of the Flomo? There's these crazy clowns here in town that kill people."
Right, but then they're like, "Oh, they threatened me to this and that," and so then the other person's like, the curiosity is like, "Oh, I'm going to be their friend just to see how they're going to
sign up for that."
That's what I'm saying. It's almost like curiosity killed the cat kind of thing.
But can you imagine if one of our kids actually saw that picture and then they got direct physical
threats
by?
Oh. Some of them would never sleep again.
Oh, it'd be a nightmare for you and I.
It would be. Well, you better get that off your phone, by the way, because they like to use your phone.
They do. So, anyways, a mom finally sees this.
Oh.
And the clowns post on Facebook, "See you at school. It's going down tonight." So I guess that's what a mom saw. So if you're a mama, what do you do?
Well, I call the school. I go to the school.
Yeah, but she called the cops.
Or called the cops.
And the cops
I think I would go to the school first.
did not mess around.
Oh, really?
Because within 24 hours, you know what the cops did?
Mm-mm.
They called the FBI.
Whoa.
Within 24 hours, all 4 of these clowns were in custody.
They called the FBI that quickly?
Yeah. They came in.
I mean, they obviously saw this as a threat.
Right. They don't know if these idiotic meth users that want to go out there and actually kill up a school or
okay,
just...
so were they legit?
No, so there are 3 minors.
Oh my god.
And actually the Flomo you're looking at there is a chick.
But how did they make their face look like that?
It's makeup.
That is legit makeup, though.
It is good makeup.
I mean...
So there was one adult, Michaela Smith.
When you say adult, was she like 18?
No, I think she was like 23 or something.
Mm.
So essentially like 18. So she got arrested for felony terrorist threats.
Whoa.
And was sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Oh my goodness. And this probably started as like, again, just like, let's see how much reaction we can get. I mean, who knows? It was
reduced to 5 years probation, which I actually am glad. Like 10 years seems like a lot of time for being a creepy clown. Yeah, but
legit, if you're going to make those threats, I mean, no one will ever know if you would have actually fulfilled those threats. So
anyways, that one turned out being, I don't think those threats were ever real.
Yeah, who knows?
But being morons.
I agree. Still.
But those are the kind of things that was happening.
So even if you're a minor and you're in on it, is there not any consequence? You're just like, oh, you're a minor and nothing happens.
But it doesn't get reported.
Oh, you can't know.
You can't look up.
Yeah.
It's public record once you're an adult.
Right.
So I'm sure they got, some form of punishment. But so this is going all across the United States. Just craziness. But then it hops over
to England,
because that's what everything does. So England starts reporting violent clown sightings all over the place. A man in Sweden gets stabbed by a freaking clown.
Like legitimately stabbed?
Yeah, like a sharp thing enters your body.
Okay. Does he make it?
Yeah, he didn't die.
Jeez.
Just stabbed. It's all right. No biggie.
Okay. You make that sound like it's normal. You're weird.
Well, with killer clown invasion, it's pretty normal.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe.
So, but it really affected the Halloween season that year.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. Lincoln really wanted to be a clown. And we couldn't find any clown outfits.
Are you being serious?
No. But retailers did stop selling clown masks. Even Target pulled all their clown masks that year.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
Which is crazy because you were at Target probably every other day.
Not then. I don't think I could even, besides going to the office and then back home and nursing a baby. I mean, like I didn't do anything.
That's true. I remember those days. Dark days. Those are scarier times than crazy clowns.
Oh my goodness.
I would take a crazy clown.
I would
invasion over that again.
I guess if I have nothing to do with the invasion and I don't really know about it, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put your head in the sand, I think. So then you started having these vigilante mobs popping up all over the U.S.
Like
to fight the clowns.
Anti-clown.
Yeah. Like Beauty and the Beast.
This is too much.
Kill the beast. Kill the clowns. So now the police have to fight crazy clowns and crazy citizens who are trying to kill the crazy clowns or fight the crazy clowns. At one point, there was a group of over 500 students at Penn State that marched through campus after someone spotted a clown. They were trying to find that clown. Same thing happened at Michigan State. Not related to those two cases, there was a 16-year-old kid who was wearing a clown mask, doing something, and ended up getting stabbed to death. Like, people came after them.
Legit?
Yeah.
That's so sad.
It's really sad. So, I mean, this is a real problem in a lot of ways. A lot of police departments had to issue statements telling the citizens, please don't shoot the clowns. Like, call us, please.
Please don't shoot the clowns.
I know the clowns are invading, but please don't shoot them because they're moronic 14-year-olds.
Again, if it was like the aliens, I was like, you know what? I don't really care if you're telling me not to shoot them. I'm going to shoot them. But like when it's a clown, it's really just a human. Then it makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have speaking of clowns, we have a gutter drain thing. What are those called? Right at the end of our driveway on the street.
Like a sewer. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
Where all the water drains into.
Yeah, but it's just like the one from It.
Oh, just like it.
And every single day, the second you open the front door, our dog takes off and goes and looks down it like she thinks there's someone there.
Well, let's be clear though. That same drain
Used to have a clown in it?
No. Oh. That same drain has had many of like 2 or 3 of her balls go down it. And Oakland's remote control car went right into it. And our neighbor, our friend, Jared, he went and literally got a ladder and went down it to get it for Oakland.
Did he see any clowns with red balloons?
No.
Okay. Well, then I guess it wasn't a clown.
But he was a superhero that day because, I mean, Oaks was so sad.
It was like brand new, too.
It was brand new. I mean, we're talking, he had used it for 1 minute.
And drove it down the gutter.
Yeah.
Or down the sewer.
It was honestly probably for his birthday, actually, because it was around that time. I mean, yeah. Anyway, so it's a very busy drain. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even McDonald's pulled Ronald McDonald during the clown invasion of 2016.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It was a bad time to be a clown.
You legitimately do not know about or remember this.
I do. Because I was doing all the real life stuff while you were dealing with all the baby stuff. And I was protecting us from the clowns that were trying to scale the fences. And it was a bad time, Anthony. Bad time. So, no, like Anthony said, we do have a friend whose dad is an actual clown. Mm-hmm. I don't know what his fall was like in 2016. But for a lot of real clowns who were just trying to be happy clowns, it was rough. I watched some interviews with some of them. And a lot were attacked. A lot had garbage thrown at them. A lot were sworn at. A lot were, punched. Like,
well, now I feel like I want to ask her. Like,
you should.
Did something happen to your dad, or was your dad scared? I want to know. Actually, he might have been retired by then.
I feel like once you are a clown, you probably like wear your clown stuff all the time.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You could just sit on your porch as clown outfit.
That's not weird.
Is it ever not weird to dress up as a clown?
Again, if you're in the Shriner Circus, it's not weird.
So, question. What caused the clown invasion of 2016?
I mean...
Is there a grand cabal of evil clowns?
No.
That are trying to terrorize us?
Nope. I literally think it was realizing social media and the global effect or national effect of social media and how this one group got a rile out of this apartment complex, and then they're like, oh, we should try it here. Oh, that would be funny. Let's see what we can do. Let's see the reactions we can get. Maybe the police will get called, Yeah. And I think, I don't know when exactly the height of, Facebook and social media and all that kind of stuff really, I mean, it's been around for a long time, but like, where everyone, all ages, all groups of people are using it. But I think that is really what it was.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
As much as I would like to think there is a grand cabal of evil clowns, kind of like, you've probably never seen this, but Interview with a Vampire.
With the little girl?
Yeah.
I actually have seen it.
Yeah. Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
And Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I could...
The little girl is what's her face?
Yeah, I know.
Can't think of her name right now. But anyways,
I know.
She grows up to be in a bad dancing movie.
Yes.
But they go back to Europe to find the rest of the vampires. And they find the giant, hidden underground civilization of vampires led by Antonio Banderas.
Ah, yes. I remember.
I'd like to think there's something like that of the clown world.
The clown world.
Somewhere in Detroit, there's some raggedy tent with all of the clown leaders.
Yeah, I guess for me, a vampire is like in my brain, it's different. Because
they're sexy.
No.
And clowns aren't sexy.
No.
They're such like a bad person.
No. Like
clowns can be sexy.
Vampires, werewolves, all that stuff. They are humans, but they are not. But they are also like, it's like a biological thing. Like supposedly. that is like a part of them.
But I think we need to draw the line. Are you saying vampires are real?
No.
Okay, good.
No, but the folklore is different. So like a clown is just a costume, right? So my brain has disassociated them from, it's just a human wearing a costume.
Shouldn't you have like a giant cult of evil clowns? I
guess you could have a cult of evil clowns, yes. But when you're thinking vampires or like a, I don't know, pack of werewolves, it's very different.
I'm only comparing them for a cinematic reference.
Well, I get that. But I guess, I don't know. Yes. Okay, fine. But yes, there could be a cult of crazy clowns. And maybe it'll surge. So 2016, so 2026. 10 years. They're waiting.
I sure hope so.
They're gaining strength.
But I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
I think it was more a social media thing. So if you won't recall this, but people listening might recall. So 2016 was kind of the height of internet prank videos. Like YouTube was just full of people, pretending to be whatever and jumping out at people at parks or doing this or doing that. And so I think the clown thing just kind of started.
It goes along with that.
But you're right. Social media totally is what is the lifeline of these things.
For sure.
Do you remember the ice bucket challenge?
Yeah, I do. I participated in it.
So that would have been like 2014, 15.
Yeah, because we were in Tri-Cities.
Yeah, in Tri-Cities.
And I remember doing it with the kids. They were little at home with me. And I just had the three of them. Yeah.
So essentially that's the exact same thing. Just instead of killer clowns, dumping a bucket of ice water on your head.
It was pretty fun.
Right, but you get this virality, right?
Yeah.
Like you post videos and then people comment on it, you get this endorphin rush, and then it's, you're trying to look, well, in that one, you're not looking for your 2 seconds of fame.
Wasn't there like a reason though?
I think it was to like feel what people with ALS feel or something like that.
There was like a
rationale.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with a lot of these clown videos were just, there were some internet channels who did it. They hit real big, real fast, went viral. So then, copycats just all over were trying to get their 2 seconds of fame.
That's like curiosity kind of started it all.
And then it got so blown up that I think you did have opportunistic criminals really take advantage of it,
Yeah. And creepy people.
Mm-hmm. So I think that explains
the invasion.
The invasion of 2016. It died pretty quick after Halloween, and everyone was kind of waiting to see if it would come back in 17, and it didn't really.
Yeah.
There were some that tried, but never really caught on again.
Yeah. They're waiting. I'm telling you. It's
but 2026. I like that.
Yeah. It's kind of like, this cyclical. That's the word I'm looking for. Cyclical.
Yeah. There have been a few other ones throughout history. 1981, Boston had a little bit of a clown breakout. Chicago, 1991, a little bit of a clown breakout. So I think clowns, for the reasons we mentioned earlier, they're just a go-to when you're a weird person and you want to have a little extra twist on your
weirdness,
evil deeds. The clown seems like a natural go-to.
See, and that makes my heart sad.
Yeah.
Because I have great memories. I really do. I'm not kidding.
I don't. But
you also are the youngest with 2 big brothers. Yeah. So I must remind you of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what I was going to say. I'm sure it was really, really profound, though.
Mm-hmm. I have nothing else to say except for I hope that if you were thinking of being a clown or one of your family members was thinking of being a clown for Halloween, we didn't ruin it for you.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a clown for Halloween. Just don't be a clown for real life.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I like that.
And if you're going to be a clown for real life, don't be a serial killer or anything.
Just
be a happy clown.
Do birthday parties.
Yeah. Make some balloon animals.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Perfect.
So, see, that wasn't so scary, was it? No, but it's kind of Halloween themed.
Yeah.
So the next 3 weeks are going to be a little more, we're going to progress down the dark alley.
Ooh.
But that wasn't bad.
No, I'm fine.
Good. Yeah. Good for you.
I mean, that creepy clown picture will kind of linger with me.
Yeah. So if you want to see said creepy clown picture, I will post it on Instagram. But you could also just Google Flomo clowns.
They're going to appreciate your little plug here.
I'm sure that chick wants nothing more than to remember when she got arrested for
and put in jail for 10 years originally. So all right, guys.
Cool. Well, everybody, again, if you want to reach out to us, you can find us on Instagram, Stranger Species, Facebook, Stranger Species. You can email us, strangerspecies@gmail.com. Other than that, keep it strange out there. Have a wonderful week, and we will get back to you guys next week. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.